This is probably going to be the most disorganized video of my life. It's so unplanned. In fact, it's a Saturday afternoon here, and I was chilling in the living room, and then I stumbled upon an idea. Got very excited about this idea as soon as I discovered it. Well, who can I call? So I tried to phone my nephew. He wasn't picking up. Tried to phone a friend in New Zealand, plays jazz, saxophone, my friend Tabani. He wasn't picking up. So I said, okay, you know what? Who can I share this with? It came to me. I was like, I'll share this with the world because this is quite an interesting idea, and hopefully you can tell I'm very excited about it. So I went to the piano, and for some reason, I was just going to noodle, but I said, you know what, I'm going to play Night in Tunisia. I haven't played this in a long time, and in fact, I don't even think I can play it, because I don't think I even understand what I'm doing. So I played it the way I normally do. And as I played the first few chords, so I played this part, right? The song goes, first two chords, E flat 7, D minor. In fact, I've just played a D minor 6 there. I think it's because I've been teaching a lot in the last year or so. And as I've been teaching, I've been giving a lot of thought to exactly what I'm doing. Because I guess for a big part of my life, I might be what's known as unconscious competent. So like you're doing things, but you've got no idea why you're doing them or how you're doing them. You just do them. But now I think I've shifted over to actually being a conscious competent, where I'm now really thinking about exactly what I'm doing. So I've been teaching my students how songs are put together, harmonic formula, and all that. So for the first time, I guess maybe in over 20 years that I've actually played this song with no understanding of what I'm doing, I think it's just hit me in the last few minutes that this is actually what's happening in this song. So, and like I said, this is a random video, right? I even dressed casually, and now the secret's out. You guys know what team I support, and I know some people are probably like, yeah, Manchester United. But anyway, I love them. I love football, and that's got nothing to do with anything. Let's look at this chord progression right here. So, this E flat 7, did you know that, well, first of all, rewind, calm down, Owen. Right, first of all, the song's in the key of D minor. Sometimes for mine, I just like to play minor 6. Well, sometimes I play minor 7. Potato, if you ask me, right? So D minor. I'm in the key of D minor. In a practical sense, I don't think I even think about minor keys necessarily. I tend to think more about their relative major, and I find it very useful. So although I'm playing in D minor, I'm really thinking that I'm playing in chord 6. So I'm thinking I'm in the key of F, and I am playing chord 6. Chord 6 is D minor, right? One of the things you've got to know about your chords is, well, how do you get to chords? In jazz, you can always get to a chord by playing a 2-5-1. So if I want to go to D minor and I want to get there, I can play a 2-5 that takes me there. So the 2 of D minor is E minor 7 flat 5. The 5 of D minor is A7. And then obviously there's chord 1. And no, it's no surprise that this progression keeps coming up in the song. Here's a 2-5-1. Right? It's a 2-5 that's really taking me to chord 6. The other beautiful thing about thinking like this is that when I go to the B section, I can actually see that where I want to go to is to chord 2. I want to go to G minor. That's really the chord I want to go to, but I'm going to go there through a 2-5. And the 2-5 of this chord 2 is A minor 7 flat 5, 3 to D7. Okay, that 2-5 took me to chord 2. And now, this chord 2 is now, I'm just going to play a 2-5-1 because 1 is where I want to go. And then I play a 2-5 that takes me back to, really, I'm back to chord 6. But I've never understood why on earth I play that E flat 7 until a few minutes ago, right? So I realized from all this teaching I've been doing and all this explaining that I've been doing, that this E flat 7 is simply the tritone of A7. And I know you're like, I think everybody knows that. Well, I knew that, but I never thought of that. Is that while I was playing this song, like in over 20 years. That's why I'm kind of mind blown right now. That, hang on, are you telling me that this entire time I've just been replacing chord 5? So I could be playing chord 5. All I'm doing to my chord 5 really is I've just raised the 5th, just for color, and I guess for it to match with the melody notes really. So I'm really playing a perfect cadence here. I'm playing chord 5, going to chord 1. I've never thought of that. I always thought this E flat. In fact, what was I thinking? Well, not unusual. I probably wasn't thinking at all when I played this. My wife tells me all the time I don't think. But anyway, I'm just joking. But I might have just been thinking, hang on, I'm just going up a half step and then moving down. I honestly think that's what I was thinking. And just like the books say, I was thinking of some sort of scale, so that when I'm playing the E flat 7, I'm playing, ooh, what do we even call that? I'm not really a modal thinker, but Lydian, I guess. You guys can tell me what I'm doing. Right, E flat Lydian 7 or something like that. Anyway, who cares what it's called, right? Those notes, going to a D Dorian, my lines were never flowing, my lines were never sounding musical or like jazz. But I've realized, hang on, if I'm just playing a 5-1, 5-1, 5-1, occasionally playing the tritone, in fact I could always be playing the tritone, but if I understand that this is a 5-1, I'm now thinking very differently about this section of the song. See, I substituted, I just played a normal 5-1 there, that worked for me. See, I can even play a 2-5-1, and it works. Oh my gosh, do you guys understand the revelation I've just had? This is just a substitute. And 2-5, that takes me to 6. Then I can now go to my. This is a 2-5, that's taking me to chord 2. And then I'm gonna make this a minor 7 flat 5 actually. It's still a 2-5-1 in the key of F. Then back to a 2-5, which takes me to 6. There's my tritone sub. No tritone sub this time. No tritone sub this time. No tritone sub this time. Okay, so sometimes I'll use it, sometimes I won't. Now what does this do for my improvisation? Well, I can already improvise. I've got language that I can speak over a minor 2-5. I tried that just before I tried to phone my nephew, and I was like, you're just going to die when you discover this. It's probably just going to say, I think everybody knows this already. But anyway, it kind of blew my mind when I found this out. So, what do I normally do when I'm improvising over a minor 2-5? Well, I know this E minor 7 flat 5 actually comes from a C7 scale. And then when I go to my chord, to the 5 of this, so this is the 2, right? When I go to the A7 scale, I'll just come down that same, A7 chord, I'm just going to come down that scale. But because the chord has changed, I'm going to start thinking of an A there. Of the 3rd of A, which is C sharp. Let me play that again, what I've just said. See, I've never sounded this fluent in over 20 years of playing this song. I'm actually embarrassed I used to play this song because I had no idea what I was doing. See, I only played that tritone once there. What would happen if I played that same scale versus a tritone in my left? Would that still work? I have no idea. Experimenting, people. Let's find out. I think that's why you hear these amazing solo breaks, like the one that Charlie Parker played. Every time I heard Bud Powell played, I would just hear, you know. But I'm like, I see. He's just playing over 251 with some tritone subs. Oh my goodness. When I hear Barry Harris play, in fact, when anyone plays this, everyone except me knew what was happening here. This is just a substitute of a regular 5. Here's 5. One scale and you can play through this entire thing. I will say no more, right? I'm going back into the shed and I'm going to shed a tear first, but then I'm really going to work on this and I'm just going to have fun with Night in Tunisia. I found it at last. Okay, I hope someone somewhere in the world, light bulb moments, right? And have fun with this. Have fun with this, people. This is amazing. Bye.